This program contains coarse language, mature themes, and the strong opinions of Dan Savage. Viewer discretion is advised.
What advice would you give to a young educator who might have to deal with middle school age kids, 11 to 14, and coming out? I assume you mean coming out yourself as a young educator. Usually it's not the 11 to 14-year-old middle school students who have a problem with gay, lesbian, bi, or trans people and their existences. It's their fucking parents who have a problem. So I would worry less about the kids and more about the moms and dads at home who may believe, because that's what they've been told, that being gay or lesbian, bi, or trans is a choice, and that somehow they have a constitutional right to raise their children in complete ignorance of the existence of gay, lesbian, bi, and trans people so as to protect them from making that choice of themselves. They do not enjoy that right. And I think your response, particularly if you are an educator in a public school environment, if you're out, and you should be out, there are a lot of kids in public schools who need you to be out. They don't need you to harangue and to do lessons on LGBT history or sex positions when you're the math teacher or anything else. They need to see that out LGBT adults exist and they're integrated into society and they're gainfully employed and they're respected by their peers. Even if there are kids in your school who are 11 or 12 who are queer and not out yet, just your moving through your daily existence as an out adult may be what it takes to convince those kids that they themselves have a future. My advice to the young educator is make sure you work in a state like Illinois with workplace protections. Make sure you work for a school that has anti-discrimination policies, and if they don't when you arrive, insist upon them being drafted, and then be out from day one so that it's never an issue, that your coming out isn't something that you unleash on the school at some point in the future, that there's no bait and switch, no sudden explosion of gayness in your classroom. That you were gay when they hired you, you were gay when you started, you were gay when you taught, and you were gay and openly gay, lesbian, bi, or trans in age-appropriate and context-appropriate ways. When you are asked by a 12-year-old if you're married, and you are in Canada, you have a right to answer that question truthfully and honestly. All dating is fucking weird. All approaching people, meeting people in bars, meeting people at rehab, it's all weird.